We have been through, was it 5 weeks of competition to get here today.
Opens it up, and Nubby one-handed up and over, the perfect shot.
Nubby with the follow-up, and it's an empty net for the blue team.
And there it is, 7-1. They've done it.
Fear the Nub and Handicapped really working that up to close it out.
It's just been fun. I've enjoyed it. If I could get in the top 4, 5, I'd be happy. But we'll see. I'm going to try hard.
After the performances we saw in our last qualifier, I expect things to get even crazier here today.
It's a tough ask when you have Michael pulling off plays like that. Paralyzed Shooters just kind of finding all of these opportunities, all of these openings. Paralyzed Shooters are your champions here today.
The aim's always for top 3, but I think we should be able to bring home at least one of the qualifiers, and I want to take that grand finals for certain.
And I do believe this is the first time we've seen Disbel on stream, but it won't be the last.
I mean, that's got to be pretty rare. The 7-0 victory, shutting it down before regulation.
I'm going to root a little bit for Double Trouble right now. I want to see them get back on this, and that's the way.
Disbel says, if you're picking us apart, I'm going to turn you into pieces, and there's Solitude with a goal. It's over 1 defender now. He's got the aerial up, and it's a reset against Fear the Nub. Solitude has the cutback, and Dotes have the goal. And if this one hits the ground, it'll be Dotes with the victory. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It feels like qualifier number 4 going to be even better as the teams get another chance to figure out what works best for them.
I got to make sure that I'm able to pull my weight and do what I need to do. So like I said, be that teammate, be that role filler.
It feels like everything is getting better and better as we go on.
Reset here, but Disbel is up with it, able to carry that one past the defender. Disbel has the boost, and Solitude has the wrap. Little miss from Solitude could open things up for Double Trouble, and it will. Michael able to get on the board. Solitude to rotate through the flip reset, however. The demo coming through will mean that Dotes is 1 goal away, potentially closing the game out right here, and he does. It's going to be Dotes clutching up to go back-to-back against Double Trouble.
I'm a very confident guy. I like to be confident. I'm very competitive in anything I do. But yeah, I do think we'll win it. If Michael and Nub don't practice as much as we do, I think we'll stay where we're at and keep winning.
Today is our last chance qualifier.
And today we will find our 8th and final team to round out that bracket. In such a perfect position, it allows them to get right back on offense. It's like this relentless onslaught from Whoopsies that demands you play perfect.
But man, I tell you what, Meals on Wheels, they're playing their heart out.
But unfortunately, that takeaway from the orange team might be all she wrote, as Whoopsies is now 1 goal away from being your 8th team in the grand final.
But there it is, Angry Bullfrogs gets ahead on the scoreboard, the 4th goal. They have punched their way into
the grand final to end all grand finals.
We've heard that this season of the tournament has been very, very competitive, and we're excited for it, and we're going to see who comes out on top.
Today is our season finals of our Adaptive Esports tournaments.
Here are your 8 teams for our grand final.
We had 4 weeks of qualifiers and an LCQ to get our top 8 that made their way here today. The hopes and dreams of Whoopsies are still alive because they've made it to the semifinals and they're staying alive. They only need 1 more win to put them into the finals.
But the other kind of big thing to consider is Dotes also performing super well throughout that bracket.
We're going to be starting off with the upper finals, which is going to be Double Trouble versus Dotes. No surprise there.
Here we have Dotes going for a shot on net.
Really, they've had all the pressure. They've got 2 shots, and it's been all defense for Double Trouble.
If he goes for the demo there, it's a guaranteed goal. And just like that, Samael, it's going to be Dotes taking the first game in this best-of-5 series. Hopefully they can carry some of that momentum, and oh no, an unfortunate touch. He's looking for a play here, sets up Solitude, but it's swiped away. Fear the Nub, but it's straight on net.
That high chip, so hard to read for Michael there. He's basically going up and over.
Having Michael look for the pass versus the shot, and that's more the bread and butter of Double Trouble.
No, this is bad news the other way. The back pass.
It's going to be Dotes with a 3-0 sweep. And if you look at the scoreline, you can see that gap like narrowing. You know, Double Trouble was figuring it out out. A rough start at 0-7, but then 2-4, and then a 1-2 loss. So like you said, if you have one more game there, I mean, that one's, getting over the hill and they're starting to win. So, depending on how they do in that lower bracket, there's also the potential for a rematch in the grand finals.
You're already putting it into the universe that there's going to be a rematch?
Yeah.
Phenomenal performance out of Dotes. Winners bracket done. We know who's in the grand finals.
Yep.
Now we are focusing down on the lower side of the bracket.
In that lower bracket final, it's going to be Whoopsies going up against Double Trouble again. Gets in on the defense, and it's going to be Michael transitioning into offense. Fear the Nub, of course, putting himself in those perfect positions. Open shot on net yet again, as things just kind of falling apart for Whoopsies in this final minute. But it's a slow down, the pump fake. Double Trouble able to get on the board.
A lot of good looks for Double Trouble, but the shot accuracy at times has let them down. And Michael with the good goal line positioning, you mentioned it. And here we go, it's back down the other way. Fear the Nub gonna find an open net with just 11 seconds to go.
Potential opportunity for Whoopsies, and Anterty gonna be able to float that one in to extend the lead to 2.
What a play and game here from Anterty. He really stepped up.
Who will be moving on to face Dotes in the grand final?
But oh no, that's a dastardly bump there as both Angry Bullfrogs and Anterty come together.
Now Michael able to get a nice little clear. This one might even be on target as he's able to get the follow-up off the backboard and secure yet another goal. But Double Trouble has been doing such a good job of breaking up these plays, but the demo, the shot gonna be just wide. He's got no boost. Angry Bullfrog and a huge bump gonna deny that goal. Double Trouble's strength throughout the season has always been the teamwork and the passing plays, and that they're both so flexible. The winner might be Dotes because both of them have to be exhausted going through to that game 5.
You really can't get a better lower bracket finals than that.
A lot of these narratives kind of playing out in super interesting ways. Of course, you have, Double Trouble kind of battling all the way back through the lower bracket.
And it is now time for the grand finals of our season finals, Frank. And so far today, it has been incredibly exciting.
Disbel try to make a play, but we've seen this out of Michael all previous series.
5 goals for Disbel. If you looked at the scoreboard, you'd think it's just Disbel carrying, but it's plays like that from Solitude as well. We're looking on to that game number 3 as there is that 7th goal here for Dotes.
And that will allow Fear the Nub to get on the board first with a nice pass from Michael.
And when you're the best mechanical player on the field, you do things like this.
Still been playing amazing defense, but there you have it. Disbel will finally find that opening, and that will be all she wrote for our second game. Double Trouble up on the board early. Disbel here, not a lot of boost, but manages to sneak it by the defender. Force Disbel on these rotations. Solitude has to take this one. He does get bumped, but the shot was on target. Dote's commitment to their offensive game finally paying off now for Double Trouble. Dotes has been able to fire right back.
He had to move around on it, and now, oh man, the wheels might be falling off. Here's another kickoff goal.
Just needing to kill this ball, and it'll be all she wrote. Dotes will be your champions here today.
Gotta hand it to Disbel. Definitely that player that everyone needed to respect and look out for.
Phenomenal performance out of both the squads. We knew Dotes was going to be a tough opponent.
Yeah.
And Double Trouble really did do a lot of adapting throughout the process, like you were saying. So we have to give them huge kudos. We'll take a look at the final breakdown of those standings and the prize pool that those teams get to take home, because as you're saying, Dotes, the champion, first place, going home with $6,500.
You had Double Trouble, of course, coming in second, taking home $4,500, and Whoopsies too. A great showing, and being able to finish third, I think, is a testament to their great play as well.
We're very good at adapting around one another and just kind of reading off each other and just communicating.
I think I kind of went into the match knowing that I was strong at offense, so he would help me a lot. But yeah, thank you to everybody though, for real. Y'all did amazing with the tournament. Thank you for everybody watching.